rallyfm.net.
Robin Bradford, welcome back to rallyfm.net. The first thing we ought to do today is call the event by its correct name, which is Sol Rally Barbados. Now, you've got a major title sponsor, but you've also got a lot of other support from companies on the island and around the region.
Yeah, we'll just do Sol first. It's the largest independent oil company in the Caribbean, and they market Shell products, which is why the event itself is called the group name Sol Rally Barbados, and the previous weekend shakedown, Shell v Power King of the Hill. But what Sol did when it first became involved with the Barbados Rally Club last year as title sponsor was give the club initially a 3-year deal, and that gave the Barbados Rally Club a more solid grounding to help build the event for the future. It's a relationship which has worked very well, but as you say, we do have a lot of assistance from other people. For instance, local dealers such as Simpson Motors, they're hosting the ceremonial start. Macanoni Quality, they're responsible for supporting the scrutineering exercise. And then we have stage sponsors such as Automotive Art, Digicel also helping out with communications, phones, gizmos, all of that sort of thing. And then other sponsors such as Banks, which is the local brewery here, as well as providing loads and loads of product. They're extremely supportive in terms of marketing programs with us, advertising and so on. And then we have the sort of what you might call the more sort of official bodies, if you like, such as the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association and the Barbados Tourism Authority, who've helped significantly this year in terms of their support of the event. We have Divvy Southwinds Beach Resort, which is what we're using as Rally HQ. And then we have to get people around. So we've got the Geest Line to put cars on. We've got Stout's Car Rental to put people's bums in when they get here. And Virgin Atlantic to put people's bums in across the Atlantic. And then other companies such as Red Bull, RMAG, they're involved in the support of Chris Meek's car this year. Caribbean Airlines, Crane and Equipment, Merver Lynch Productions, they do the giant daylight screen. Shelbury Construction, Little Switzerland, a lot of businesses involved, and we hope, as far as the Barbados Rally Club is concerned, they're getting the sort of return they expected.
Now, two of the changes I noticed in the last few days is, firstly, the Divvy Southwinds Hotel, that's Rally HQ, the Rally office, and there's probably quite a lot going on there, is there not?
Yes, there is. My wife's just trying to ring it, she can't get through. This became sort of overseas competitor comfort zone mode, really. Some of the regular competitors who were here last year, who had stayed at Divvy Southwinds, enjoyed the hotel, and suggested it might be an idea if we could get more competitors to stay in the same place. Obviously, it's not going to suit everybody. Some people like to be on the west coast, some like to be on the south coast, others like to just take a private house and sit quietly and contemplate their navels prior to getting into their competition cars. But a significant number of the overseas competitors are staying at Divvy Southwinds, in addition to which Jan Crawford, who's been our rally manager throughout the build-up to the event, she's got a rally office there, which is open every day, not all day, but open for half a day, every day the competitors are around. So it's given them a sort of one-stop shop, if you like, for getting information, collecting their rally packs if they've got a query about it. There's a map on the wall, proper, Ordnance Survey map, so she can say, yeah, that's where such and such a hotel is. And that sort of looks after the people. But the other thing that we've done this year, which is slightly different to the past, is that we've created a sort of central workshop area. Now, in the past, McInerney, Simpsons, many of the other local dealers and smaller organisations in the island have hosted overseas cars. And thanks to McInerney Quality, because this is a building that's part of their larger group, this year we've actually got a proper workshop. It's been kitted out with with a fridge and a freezer so that people have got somewhere to keep stuff cool. They've got a proper workshop facility. They've got a ramp and air jacks and all that sort of stuff in there, so that for an overseas competitor who travels abroad, not to have to take a load of stuff with them, it really has helped out. And I think we've got, I think it's 13 out of the 19 European cars are based in there, and from all accounts, it's working beautifully.
I had a look at it yesterday, and it really is a good area, and there's a lot of thought being put into it, because even if cars are going to be worked on outside or just parked up for a while outside the workshop, they've actually put up shelters.
Ah, yes, you see, that's because it's run by Dave Crawford, who is the other half of Jan Crawford, and Dave, formerly the workshop, one of the senior workshop men at MQI, now working on his own, and he's been involved in rallying, in preparation of rally cars for many years, looks after Mark Hamilton's Escort these days, and he's in there in the same way that Jan's doing the office bit at Divi, he's doing sort of workshop manager bit. And again, it means that if you've got an overseas competitor who suddenly breaks his toggle woggle and doesn't know where to go to get a replacement toggle woggle, Dave will either know where to go or someone who can make it, because that's one of the great things about this island, is they are incredibly resourceful. And the putting together of and creation of toggle woggles that you might otherwise have to import is commonplace.
Robin, thanks very much for that. We'll be back to talk to you very shortly.
RallyFM.net